Colorado Springs, it's time to get loud. Say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
It is time for the first competition of the night, JCB Racing. Our Monster Jam drivers have been seeded into a bracket based on a random draw. First up, you will see the first 4 round 1 matchups, where the fastest 4 drivers will move on to the semifinal round. Colorado Springs, who's ready for JCB Racing?
In the red lane, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Facing off against Zach Garner, Wild Side. Kicking off round 46 right here in Colorado Springs. Megalodon moves to the line to get set. Wild Side moving as well. The lights go yellow, then we go green. The winner is Zach Garner, Wild Side. Your winner of that first competition was Zach Garner, Wild Side, taking down Angelina Knock, Megalodon. He's moving on to the semifinals. In the red lane, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. And in the black lane, Mark Hall, Raminator. This is going to be a fun competition to watch between these two. Kristen Anderson trying to get up the board, but Mark Hall shines in this competition. Always brings that energy out there. They're set, and here we go. And your winner is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Your winner of that last competition was Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, taking down Mark Hall. She'll be moving on to the semifinals to face off against Zach Gardner, Wildside. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Facing off against Joe Dennis, Dragon. Joe Dennis, a 2023 Monster Jam University graduate, trying to take down the Monster Jam veteran, Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. He has won JCB Racing competition victory on the series. Does he have another? Let's go! And your winner is Joe Dennis, Dragon. Taking a look at the JCB Racing competition leaderboard, you just saw Joe Dennis take out Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. He'll be moving on to the semifinals. We're about to figure out who he will be facing off against. Now, in those first competitions, Wildside and Gravedigger will be facing off. But right now, it's time for our last competition in the first round. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Facing off against Chad Tingler, Overboard. Armando trying to claim that overall series championship. Can he start off right here in JCB Racing, our first competition of the weekend in Colorado Springs? Let's go racing! Your winner is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco moves on to the semifinals. So your first matchup in the semifinals will be Wildside taking on Gravedigger. And your second matchup, Dragon facing off against El Toro Loco.
It is time for the semifinal round of JCB Racing. The fastest two drivers that cross that finish line first will move on to the final round. Colorado Springs, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
If you think Zach Gardner, Wildside's going to be winning this thing, make some noise. Or if you think it'll be Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger winning this thing, make some noise. Your first matchup of this semi-final round. Zach Gardner taking on Kristen Anderson. Wildside facing off against Gravedigger. They get set, and here we go! And it looks like we have ourselves a close competition. Our tech officials are going to an official replay review to see who crossed that line first. And it sounds like Zach Gardner, Wildside, is your winner. Just taking it. Had ourselves a close competition. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, falls in the semifinals. Zach Gardner, Wildside, will be moving on to the finals. A big victory for the young man, just 23 years old, your youngest competitor in the field, and a second-generation driver. See him facing down, looking at Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. So he's moving on, but who will he be facing off against? We still have one competition left in the semifinals. If you think Joe Dennis Dragon is winning this competition, make some noise. Okay, I hear a few of y'all out there. Or if you think it's going to be Armando Castro, El Toro Loco moving on to the finals, let me hear ya. Sounds pretty even in the crowd, but it is up to these drivers who will be moving on to face off against Wildside. Dragon is set at the line. El Toro Loco is set. Here we go. Your winners, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
It is time for the final round of JCB Racing. The winner of this matchup will not only earn the first 8 points of the night, but will be on top of the leaderboard in pursuit of the overall event championship. Colorado Springs, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing final contenders?
The youngest driver in the field at 23 years old. He's tied for the second most JCB Racing competition victories with 13. Zach Gardner, Wildside. He's currently your overall points leader on Arena Championship Series East. Also tied with 13 JCB Racing victories. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. This is how it goes down. Each 13 victories in this competition, but someone will break that and be moving on with the first 8 points of the afternoon. El Toro Loco, Wildside, they're set, and let's go! Have ourselves another close one, and that is exactly what you want to see as it comes down to the last turn, waiting for official word from our review. The tech official is going to give me the word. And your winner is Zach Gardner, Wildside. Zach Gardner takes the competition victory. Another one that comes down to the wire. You saw him take out Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. And it came down to the wire as well. So takes out the second in overall points. It takes down the first in overall points. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger to claim the first 8 points of the afternoon. He's made his way out of his truck. Y'all make some noise for the young man there. Still got the helmet on. He's locked in. And he's going to get ready to talk to you all right here. So give it a one more time for Zach Garner, Wild Side.
Zach, it has been an epic battle when it comes to JCB Racing between you and Armando Castro. Talk us through that final turn. What did you think that you needed to do to get that edge over El Toro Loco?
You know, coming through that last turn, I saw him actually mid-peak of the turn, just the same as I was. I was like, I better put this Vance engine's power down to the ground with that Fuel Tech EFI, and it pulled us through. And you know what? But what'd you guys think, Colorado Springs?
Now, with that win, that was actually your 14th JCB Racing victory and the first 8 points of the night. So we have the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge next. So talk a little bit about what you need to do to continue your dominance.
Now we're going to have to come out here and put this Monster Jam truck on those front 2 BKT tires, on the rear BKT tires. But I want to know, Colorado Springs, can you guys get loud? Can you guys get crazy?
Taking a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard. That was a fun one right there. Zach Garner, Wildside, has some close competitions, but he's able to claim the first 8 points of the afternoon with 8. He's currently in first. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, is just right behind him with 7 points. Now, our semifinal contenders, that's Joe Dennis Dragon and Kristen Anderson Gravedigger, are each tied at 3 with 4 points. So they are only 4 points behind in the rest of the board. You see Megalodon, Overboard, Raminator, and Ramunition each tied at that 5th spot. Coming up next, well, you're going to go ahead and see the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Competition. Competitors have 2 attempts at their best moves on just 2-wheel stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, moonwalks. It's truly my favorite event. The things they do out there are incredible, and the scoring is up to you. So make sure you scan the QR code and head to judgeszone.com to crown our BKT overall event champion. I'm loving the energy that y'all are bringing out there so far, Colorado Springs. You guys having a good time? There you go. Well, how about we play a little game? See, I know that you guys are Monster Jam fans, so let's test some of your knowledge real quick with a little bit of trivia. We have one of our Monster Jam drivers helping us out, so go ahead and listen up and tell me what you think the answer is. It's Monster Jam trivia. Okay, let's see what you guys thought. Okay, so if you think that it's A, steel, make some noise. Or people thinking it's steel. Okay. What about B, plastic? Where y'all at? I'm nervous about this one. C, bubble gum. D, fiberglass. C, bubble gum. D, fiberglass? Let's go ahead and take a look which one it is. Great job, Monster Jam fans. Yes, they are made of fiberglass. We still have more Monster Jam coming your way, and that was Monster Jam Trivia. Second competition of the afternoon, the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. But before we get into all that, you, the fans, play a pivotal role. So to break down what we're going to be doing, let's catch up with Kim Cantoni.
Fans, this is your first opportunity to put in scores at judgeszone.com, because from this moment on, you decide who takes home the wins in the remainder of the competitions. So make sure those phones are out now and you're logged in at judgeszone.com. You'll use the code for tonight's event, COL. And at the completion of all of our attempts here in this competition, you will then have about 20 seconds to get your scores locked in at judgeszone.com. It's the next 8 points on the line, and you, the fans, will decide who it goes to. So Colorado Springs, who's ready for the Crate Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge?
From Sarasota, Florida, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. You see her lining up those BKT tires. Looks like she might be trying for a reverse popper. Let's see if she's able to pull this off. You see the first attempt there from Angelina Knock. Megalodon goes for a reverse popper. See if she goes for it one more time, and it looks like she is. Will she be able to do this? Cheer her on, fans. Let's see if she can pull it off.
Put your fins together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Scoring is open for the first time tonight at judgeszone.com. Fans, it is now up to you. So make sure you use code COL and move that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel Megalodon has earned.
You know, Kim, we haven't seen these moves from her yet. She usually goes for sky wheelies in this competition, and this is what you want to see from a first-year competitor. She's a 2023 Monster Jam University graduate going for reverse poppers out there. We've seen that improvement from Angelina, haven't we?
We absolutely have, Ray, and try to get in that attempt. As you can take a look at the video board, her score is up there. That will be the score to beat.
3.596 for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. From Champaign, Illinois, Mark Hall, Raminator.
And that will do it for Mark Hall and Raminator. But what a valiant attempt. Fans, we still need a score. Remember, it is up to you, so make sure you log in now to judgeszone.com. Remember to use the code COL and move that BKT tire to the score you feel Raminator has earned.
Mark Hall, Raminator, he gets into that reverse popper. It's what we kind of saw Angelina Knock do on the logs. We saw her do on the logs there, was unable to pull off that maneuver, but you see on that attempt, he was able to get it, just over-rotates as he brought those back two BKT tires forward on the ramp. That score for Mark Hall Raminator is 7.855. The fans here in Colorado Springs liking what they see with the attempt, and he is now your leader in the competition.
Well, it has been already an exciting event. And right now, I am joined by Monster Jam fan Jack. Jack, are you having so much fun today? I can tell that you are. So you're going to help me play a game called the Truckin' Pals Race. As you can see on the video board, we're going to have 3 Monster Jam trucks. We have Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, and Megalodon. So out of those 3, which one do you think will win? El Toro Loco. Yeah, keep it going there for Mark Hall Raminator back on all 4 BKT tires. But fans, Jack has chosen El Toro Loco to win the Truckin' Pals Race. And let's see, do you fans agree? Who thinks El Toro Loco's going to take the win? Well, let's see if you're right, Jack. On your mark, get set, go! And they're off with Megalodon in a strong lead. As you can see, that Gravedigger also is catching up to Megalodon. There is El Toro Loco falling behind, but as he's pushing through, he has now regained the lead. And there you have it. It's El Toro Loco who takes home the win. Congratulations to you, Jack. And you know what? For picking the right Monster Jam truck, my friend Tay here. Tay, thank you so, so much. We have an awesome prize for you here. You're going to go home with the Monster Jam Truckin' Pals book and the Max D Monster Jam Truckin' Pals toy. How cool is this? Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. He's all full of smiles, and fans, you too can also get a Truckin' Pals book and a Truckin' Pals Monster Jam truck as well. Go to monsterjam.com for all of your Monster Jam merchandise. And while we're talking about merchandise, fans, make sure you stop by the merchandise stand, which is throughout the concourse. Throughout tonight's event, you have a chance to take home a piece of the memory from tonight's event. And keep in mind, you can actually take home that 2024 souvenir yearbook, which has all of our Monster Jam drivers' information about World Finals 23, which is taking place in just 3 weeks in Los Angeles, California. So much and more. You can go home with a t-shirt, hats, even some of these Truckin' Pals, just like Jack has as well. So make sure you get a chance to go to the merchandise stand. That is throughout the concourse. They have so many great things for you in store to take home a piece of the memory.
BKT is the official tire of Monster Jam, a one-stop shop for all your off-highway tire solutions. With amazing quality and value, check out the wide selection of BKT tires ranging from ATV to agriculture and giant move tires online at bkttires.com. From Chicago, Illinois, Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Goes for the first attempt. He still has one more remaining. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Get on those front 2 BKT tires.
Those hands together for Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Keep that enthusiasm going as you go to judgeszone.com. Get those scores in now because fans, it is up to you. So move that BKT tire to the score you feel Kurt Kramer has earned.
Kurt Kramer having a good time out there. He seems shadow box and throw some punches, trying to knock out the competition and trying to knock out his Hall brothers companion. Mark Hall, 7.855, holds that current lead. We saw everybody pull off those reverse poppers. He says, you know what, I'm just going to do a popper, throw it on this front two BKT tires. Is it enough to take that top spot? The score for Rammunition is not enough to take the top spot. 6.968 is currently second place in this competition. Mark Hall hangs on. From Stewart's Draft, Virginia, Chad Tingler, overboard.
Those hands clapping for Chad Tingler, overboard. What an epic first attempt, but fans, it is now time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Do not delay. We need you to move that BKT tire, then hit submit to the score that you feel overboard has earned.
That's what I'm talking about. Chad Tingler, overboard. Goes into a combination attempt, throws it on those back two BKT tires, does a wheelie across and goes for an attempt to get it on a stoppie on those front two BKT tires. Over rotates, but I love the energy. I love the attempt. Chad's like, you know what? I'm out here competing, man. The score to beat is 7.855. And the score for overboard is enough to take the top spot. 8.907. Put them at the top. You know, Kim, I'm loving the energy that they're bringing out here right now. The drivers and the fans, we're seeing that they're rewarding these drivers for those attempts. You see Chad on all four BKT tires. So I'm going to see if that continues out there. What are you getting from the fans out there, Kim?
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm currently sitting in section 206, and the fans went absolutely crazy for Chad Tingler and overboard. I could see them on judgeszone.com giving him the scores he deserved, and it showed out there on the track. What a way for him to go big in this competition. What an epic, valiant effort as he makes his way out of the truck. Fans,
Chad's saying, let's make an appearance, man. I love it. I love it, Kim. I hope that energy continues. As I said, this is a championship weekend for us out here at Arena Championship Series East. But Chad says, you know what? Put me at the top. 8.907 leaves all drivers in this competition. Mark Hall, Ramminator, is currently in second with a 7.855. Rammunition at third and Megalodon at four. So you see the most veteran drivers in the series at the top of that leaderboard with an 8.907 and a 7.855. But for the most veteran drivers in the series to the youngest driver at just 23 years old, and he saw him take JCB Racing. Can he get another? Zach Garner, Wild Side. That first attempt from Wildside is one more remaining.
Get to judgeszone.com now for Zach Gardner, Wildside. Fans, you only have a few seconds left, so do not delay. It is up to you. So get those scores in now at judgeszone.com.
Zach ate his Wheaties this morning, man. This dude is going for it all out there. I love it. I love what I'm seeing, man. Balancing 12,000 pounds on the side. I don't know, Colorado Springs, if you can see, look at all the dirt he left on the side, just bringing it with him. He was balancing the front of those BKT tires just on the edge of the pod. The second attempt was on the edge of the ramp, and he wasn't scared at all. I was a little nervous for him watching, but he says, I got this. But is it enough to take the lead? 8.907 is the score to beat. And the score for Wildside is, put him at the top, 9.603. You got a new leader, Zach Garner, Wildside. They met in the final competition. He has a chance to take over the lead right now. It's his chance to do so. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. He's even saying, get loud. On that first attempt, he needs it to be louder, Colorado Springs. You see him asking for noise. Let's give it to him. El Toro Loco.
Put in your scores now for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. As you can see that competitive spirit out there. Fans, it is up to you, so get those scores in now.
Zach Gardner Wildside had himself a run, but Armando Castro says, this is my competition to win. He has 31 victories in this competition throughout the series, 20 more than the next closest competitor. And that was a run. Adding theatrics, adding it all to there. But is it enough to get to the top? You see him looking on. Armando, how you feeling about that run? You feeling pretty good down there, Armando? All right. This score to beat is 9.603. And the score for El Toro Loco is... Throws his hands up, not happy with that. He feels he pulled out everything he could do. Putting down the thumbs. That is good enough for second place in the competition with a 9.228. Just a gut punch for Armando Castro. El Toro Loco, Zach Gardner Wildside still remains your leader. From Orlando, Florida, Joe Dennis, Dragon. You see the first attempt there from Joe Dennis. Dragon still has one attempt remaining. He's going for a popper on that first maneuver. Let's see what he bounces back with. Does he go back to it or does he pull off something different? It's Dragon. Engine stops for Joe Dennis. He does refire.
Let's hear it for Joe Dennis, Dragon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. And remember, fans, you can actually scan to score with that QR code up on the video board as well, or use the code COL. Remember, it's up to you, fans, so don't delay. Get those scores in now.
Another 2023 Monster Jam University graduate, Joe Dennis, also stepping in here late in the competition. We see those dragon wings from Joe. Kim, I know that you were talking to him beforehand. What is he saying? Because he's another first-year driver. How is Joe Dennis feeling coming into this weekend?
You know, he truly is bringing the energy here. He loves being able to drive the Dragon Monster Jam truck, and is just trying to make a name for himself here on Arena Series East.
Well, you see that score on the board for Joe with a 2.965. We still have more competitors remaining in the Great Clips two-wheel skills competition. from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Keep those red headlights on. This is an important run for her here. She's trying to remain in this competition with Zach Garner, Wildside, and Armando Castro, El Toro Loco putting up high scores. She needs to deliver, and she knows that. So let's see what she has planned for us. You see the first attempt from Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger with a tombstone. She has one attempt remaining.
Keep those cheers going for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Keep that enthusiasm going as you go to judgeszone.com. This is your final opportunity in this competition to have your voices heard. So get those scores locked in now.
That is what I'm talking about. She knows she needed a big run, and she delivers a tombstone on that first attempt. Second one, throws it back. It just does a wheelie across the pod. Consistency is always key for her here. She has the second most Great Clips 2-wheel skills victory on the series, trying to get another one. The score to beat is a 9.603, and the score for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is a solid score, 9.115. Good enough for third place in the competition, which means that your winner in the Great Clips 2-wheel skills challenge is... He's going back to back competition victories. Zach Garner, Wildside. Zach Garner just coming out here in Colorado Springs and setting the tone amongst these two competitors, currently third overall in the points standings. But he says, I'm here to compete and trying to move up that board. Let's talk to Zach Garner, Wildside.
Zach, that is your 10th Great Clips 2-wheel skills victory. And what a way to put a wrench in the competition. I got to tell you, Zach, the fans went absolutely crazy for you. I want to know, could you feel the fans' excitement? And did you know that you did enough to get this win?
You know, honestly, I heard him in the Monster Jam truck. That really wasn't the smoothest. I wanted to be up there on the nose, but it worked out. We got it over here on one wheel. Didn't really know what was going to happen. I didn't want the locker to unlock and, you know, actually roll over. I didn't really want to do that. But you know what? But we came out on top. But what'd you guys think?
Colorado Springs absolutely loves you, and so far it's a perfect first half. But next up, we'll see you compete in Monster Jam Sky Wheelies. So what do you need to do to continue this dominance and pick up the first overall event championship?
We're going to have to come out here and get this truck perfectly vertical. Stick that back bumper right here in this Monster Jam pod. But before that, we got them FMX boys. We're going to need to get wild, get crazy loud for them guys. Let's hear it!
Well, congratulations to Zach Gardner Wildside getting the first competition victory starting out here in Colorado Springs. The boy is on fire, but will that continue in the second half of Monster Jam? Well, we'll have to find out here shortly. For now, it is officially halftime, so go ahead and take that break. Head to the concession stands, pick up the latest Spin Master at the merch stands, and we'll see you right back. But don't worry, we have more Monster Jam coming your way, as well as our special guest, US FMX, are going to be joining us here. It's officially halftime. We'll see you right back here soon. All right, Monster Jam fans, please welcome to the track, United States Freestyle Motocross Riders.
As our riders come out to the track, before we get to the big score, we're going to put in some big air for you Monster Jam fans. As our riders will do a couple of practice laps, try to feel out the track, get some airs in and get those tricks in, because once again, it will be up to you to put in the scores at judgeszone.com. So fans, if you're ready to get to know our riders, make some noise! Coming out to the track, our first rider, say hello to Taylor Evans. Our second rider, give it up for Wyatt Fontenot. Our third rider, put your hands together, Colorado Springs, for Billy Wilson. And our final rider from California, let's hear it for Dean Pate. May you keep that energy of Colorado Springs as they continue on with their practice lap. If you're ready, see them go around. One more time, make some noise. As the riders make their way to the pond, it is now time for the best competition. That's right, Colorado Springs. Make some noise for your FMX riders. It is now time for the best trick competition, where our riders will only have one attempt to fly through the sky from one end of the track to the other, putting down their best trick. And then it'll be up to you fans to put your scores in at judgeszone.com, because you will decide who will take home the first win of the weekend. So Colorado Springs, if you're ready, let me know who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition.
All right, let's get this thing going. Your first competitor in the FMX Best Trick Competition. Give it up for Taylor Edens. Taylor getting us started. He says, can you get loud out here? These are some of the best riders from around the world joining us out here today in Colorado Springs. And Taylor is going to be starting us off. So they have an array of moves. We're going to see what he decides to pull off there. And I'm excited to get this thing started. Here we go.
JudgesZone.com is officially open for the best trick competition. Fans, it is now up to you. So make sure you move that BKT tire up or down and then hit submit once you've selected your score.
Strong move there, starting off from Taylor. Your first competitor in this competition. As Kim said, make sure at JudgesZone.com to lock in those scores. We are counting on you. And the score for Taylor Eddins is a 7.061. That's a strong start out there. Up next, we got Wyatt Fontenot. Got different FMX riders joining us this week on an Arena Championship Series E. So it's 4 new competitors, which means that we will get a new FMX overall best trick winner on Arena Championship Series East. Taylor trying to hold on to the top spot, but Wyatt is getting ready to come out. So let him hear ya.
JudgesZone.com is officially open once again, and fans, you know what to do. We need you to use that code COL and slide that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel he's earned here in the FMX Best Trick competition.
That was a wicked tail whip right there. That dude was looking the entire other direction and then pulls it back at the last second to bring it down safely on that jump ramp. So let's find out the score for Wyatt is, you got a new leader, 8.851. Coming up next, give it up for Billy Wilson. Billy Wilson coming at you from Phoenix, Arizona. His 4th year in FMX. What's fun to know is he actually started as a professional BMX rider, but it wasn't enough power for him. He said, you know what, I'm just going to add an engine to this bike and call it a day. So how he comes out here in FMX ready to compete. Billy Wilson, your 3rd competitor.
Scoring is now open for Billy Wilson here in the Best Trick competition. Fans, we need to have your voices heard. And remember, you decide who will take home the win here this weekend. So don't delay. Get those scores in now.
Billy Wilson pulling off a backflip. Strong move from that man, but what did y'all think about it? Lock in those scores, JudgesZone.com. And the score for Billy Wilson is 8.390. Not enough to take the lead. Wyatt hangs on, but we saw 1 rider remaining. Give it up for Dean Pate. Dean Pate, your last competitor in the competition, has a bag of moves like no other. Dean from California, so not too far away either. Just right up the road. So let's see what he has planned. We saw a backflip on that move before. It was not enough to take the lead. Let's see if Dean spices it up for us. Your last competitor in FMX.
Scoring is open now at JudgesZone.com. And fans, this is your final opportunity to have your voices heard in the FMX Best Trick competition. And it's all going to come down to this to see who our winner will be. So get those scores in now.
Dean adding a little flair there to that backflip. Just kicking those legs through. The score for Dean Pate is enough to take the lead, and your winner in the FMX Best Trick competition, Dean Pate. But you know what? We've been having so much fun. It's championship weekend out here in Colorado Springs. Kim, do you think we could do some more?
I think we could do some more. They look like they're ready to do some more. Colorado Springs, do you want to see some more FMX action? Well, it is now time for the grand finale where our riders will begin a train formation. And the key to this is that the louder you cheer, the higher they fly. So if you're ready, make some noise. Flying high through the sky, we need to keep this energy going. We've had awesome energy, and we can feel the excitement in the arena all night long. But we need to keep it going as our FMX riders continue on with their grand finale. So Colorado Springs, make some noise! Do you guys want to see them go around one more time? I can't hear you. Do you guys want to see them go around one more time? This needs to be the loudest you have been all night long. So if you're ready for the conclusion of the grand finale, make some noise! Give it up one more time for the superstars of USFMX.
Taylor Eddins, Wyatt Fontenot, Billy Wilson, and your FMX Best Trick Competition winner, Dean Pate. We're bringing Dean to the pod, so let's go and ask him some questions. Your FMX Best Trick winner, Dean Pate.
Dean, saving the best for last. First, you got to talk us through that trick that got you the win.
Man, I just wanted to come out here and throw it big for you, Colorado Springs. You guys are out here loud, showing up, spending your hard-earned money on tickets. So I came out here with a backflip heel clicker, got hung up a little bit, but hey, I still made it happen. Thank you, Colorado Springs.
Dean, the fans absolutely love you here. So how special is it for you to pick up the first victory here in Colorado Springs thanks to these amazing fans?
Man, it's so awesome to start the weekend off with a win. I couldn't have made it happen without all you guys showing up and voting for me. So once again, thank you, Colorado Springs, for putting me on top. Thank you.
Lastly, Dean, for anyone out there that wants to be an FMX rider one day, what is your advice to them?
Man, my advice to anyone that wants to be an FMX rider or conquer any of your dreams, man, is really just focus, work hard, and dedicate yourself to it, because one day that will happen, and that's what I did with FMX. I've always wanted to do it, come out here and compete in front of such a big crowd, and here I am with a lot of dedication, so stick with it.
Fans, give it up one more time for the winner of the Best Trick Competition, Dean Pate.
Taking a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard, Zach Gardner Wildside is your current leader with 16 points, but just 2 points behind him. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, has 14, so he's currently in second place, just 2 out of first. And then 6 points behind first place, you have Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, so she's in third. So your top 3, Wildside at 1, El Toro Loco at 2, and Gravedigger at 3. And you see Chad Tingler overboard is 4, but the rest of the board filling out at 5 with Raminator, Dragon and Ramunition tied at 6, and Megalodon at 8. Coming up next, we have ourselves the Sky Wheelie competition. You have one attempt at their best Sky Wheelie out there on the track, and the scoring is up to you. So make sure you're at judgeszone.com to lock in those scores.
It is now time for the second half of Monster Jam. And our next competition is the Monster Jam Sky Wheelies. In this competition, our Monster Jam drivers will only have one attempt to put their best Sky Wheelie on the pod. Now, fans, as our official judges, you're going to look for not only how high these Sky Wheelies can go, but also the perfect vertical position of these Sky Wheelies. You will be our judges once again. So remember, after that attempt is complete, get those scores in at judgeszone.com. Who's ready for the Sky Wheelie competition?
The Monster Jam veteran, Chad Tingler, overboard.
it for Chad Tingler, Overboard. Scoring is open for the first time in the Sky Wheelie competition. And fans, it is now up to you. So make sure those phones are out now. You're locked in at judgeszone.com, and you're moving that BKT tire to the score you feel Overboard has earned.
Overboard, Chad Tingler, you know, this is something that he prides himself in, is the Sky Wheelie competition. He says that this is where you show off your driving abilities with the proper Sky Wheelie, the vertical. How far do you lean back? Your distance in it is something that's very important to him. And let's see what the score for Chad Tingler, Overboard, is 6.865. Getting us started in the competition, Overboard. He has 2 competition victories back-to-back. Can he get a third? Zach Garner, Wild Side. Hear him firing up, trying to be locked in. He's had a great run so far throughout these competitions. And he can really let it fly, so let's see if it's the strong attempt here. Making his way around the track.
Together for Zach Garner, Wild Side. It's time to get those scores in now at judgeszone.com, bringing the competitive spirit and trying to make a statement here in Colorado Springs. But fans, it is up to you to get those scores in now at judgeszone.com.
Zach Garner, Wild Side, with a strong run there. Got a little bit more distance, it looked like, than Overboard on that, but wasn't as far leaned back. So that is something that you have to take into consideration. Are you looking for height and distance, or how vertical are they getting out there on these Sky Wheelies? The score to beat is 6.865. And the score for Wild Side is... You got a new leader. 7.563, Wild Side. The first and only ever female gravedigger, Kristen Anderson. Gravedigger. Hear that engine shut off. She does refire.
Let's hear it for the black and green wrecking machine, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com. Remember, fans, you are the official judges moving forward. So you will decide what the score will be at judgeszone.com. Keep in mind, we're looking for that perfect vertical position as well as the height in this competition.
You know, Kim, if I'm not mistaken, she's the first one to use the logs. They're all using different obstacles out there on the track, so that's something to keep in mind. What would you use if you were a driver, Kim? You going for the logs or you going for the tires there off the side?
I think I'm going for the logs as well. I feel like they get more traction coming off the logs, and I feel like with the tires, it's sometimes hard to gauge where the logs cover that entire side of the pod. So I feel like if I'm a driver, I'm going for those logs.
Well, let's see how the rest of the competition plays out. But is it enough to put her on top? The score to beat 7.563. And the score for Gravedigger is not enough. Just missing it. Zach Gardner, Wildside, hangs on. Christian Anderson currently second in the competition with a 7.530. Competing since 1988, Mark Hall, Raminator.
Let's hear it for Mark Hall, Raminator. Time to get those scores in at judgeszone.com. Fans, remember that code is COL. We need you to get your scores in by moving that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel Raminator has earned.
Definitely getting the most distance out of all the competitors, but the least height of any of them. So that is once again up to y'all and y'all's judging. You're looking at distance or height. The score on the board for Mark Hall, Raminator, 5.732. That's currently fourth place in the competition. Zach Garner, Wildside, is hanging on. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Sky Wheelie competition leaderboard. Currently, Zach Garner is on top. He has 2 competition victories back to back. Going for that third. He has to hang on as we still have 4 competitors remaining. Christian Anderson, Gravediggers currently in second. Overboard at third. And Raminator at 4. The 2023 Monster Jam University graduate, Joe Dennis, Dragon.
Let's hear it for Joe Dennis, Dragon. Time to get those scores in at judgeszone.com. Remember, fans, you are the official judges. And again, in this competition, we are looking for that perfect vertical position as well as the height. It is the Sky Wheelie competition, and it's up to you, the fans, to get those scores in now.
We see Chris Anderson, Gravedigger, go for the logs, and we saw Mark Hall, Raminator, use the tires. Joe Dennis goes to the opposite end of the pod. It just took some time to line it up there, but was a nice Sky Wheelie. What will it be? And is it enough to take that top spot? Score is 7.563, and the score for Joe Dennis, Dragon, is a 5.974. He's currently fourth in this competition. Wildside is still hanging on. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition.
Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. It's time to head on over now to judgeszone.com because fans, it is up to you to get that score in. Keep in mind that you can also scan to score with that QR code up on the video board, or just go log into judgeszone.com right on your phones and use that code COL.
Kurt Kramer Ammunition with some good distance on that hit as well, as we still have 2 drivers remaining in this competition. Kurt trying to move his way up the leaderboard and using the same side that Joe Dennis Dragon used as well. The score for Kurt Kramer Ammunition is a 6.015. Bumping down Dragon and Mark Hall Raminator. He's currently in 4th, but Wildside still remains your leader with a 7.563. Currently second in the overall point standings, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Let's see those bullhorns for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Fans, we need you now to head on over to judgeszone.com. We need to get those scores in because you are the official judges for the remainder of this competition. It is the next 8 points on the line and up to you to decide. So don't delay. Get those scores in now.
This is a big move here for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Currently second in the overall point standings, trailing Zach Garner, Wildside. Wildside has the first 2 competition victories, and Armando has fallen short in both of those. They met in the JCB Racing Finals. He was not able to get that victory, then comes up short in the Great Clips 2-wheel skills, but will he be able to get the top this time? The score to beat, 7.563. And the score for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, is falls short again, 7.470. Still gets a thumbs up, a solid score for him. But Zach Garner, Wildside, still remains your leader. But we have 1 driver remaining. And they call her the queen of sky wheelies. It's been her strongest competition in the series. Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Angelina Knock, Megalodon will be your final competitor in this competition. You hear her firing up, and I'm curious to see how she attacks this. She usually likes to whip into a jump, and on these confined spaces here at Broadmoor Arena, not sure if she'll be able to pull it off. So let's find out. Going for the logs, just taking her time to line up this sky wheelie. It's the last chance to jump Zach Garner. Literally, let's see if she can do it. She eyes it. She tries it. She buys it.
Put those fans together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com, and fans, this is your final opportunity to score in the Sky Wheelie competition. So it's all going to come down to this. So we need you all now to get your scores locked in.
Angelina Knock, your last competitor in the competition, and she's getting the Megalodon, the shark attack arms going out there. I see it. Still have one competition to go, but this is the last competitor who has a chance to jump Zach Garner. The score to beat is a 7.563. He's held this lead throughout all competitors. She's your final competitor in the competition, and her score is just taking the victory, the last competitor, and she gets another Sky Wheelie victory with a 7.984. Taking the lead from Zach Garner. Wildside won the first two competition victories, was looking for a third in a row. And Angelina Knox says, you will be denied, and takes the competition win. So whenever she makes her way out of Megalodon, I need you guys to go crazy. First year competitor from Sarasota, Florida, getting another Sky Wheelie competition victory. Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Angelina, what a way to save the best for last. Talk us through that Sky Wheelie and what was going through your mind. Did you know that you did enough to get that win?
Oh, I was hoping real hard that I made that. You know, this pod is set up a little bit different to what I'm used to, but I do want to live up to my nickname that I got from Tom Mentz, Camden Murphy, and what I learned in Paxton at Monster Jam University, and I live up to that name. I hope to show you guys that tonight. Yeah, I'm just so thrilled. Last week was a huge moment for me, having my family with me, and I told them, you guys better be watching tonight. We are live on YouTube. Mom and Dad, mamá, esto fue para ti. I love you all. Thank you all so much. I've been hoping to get at least one last win this first quarter, and here it was. Hopefully maybe more this weekend. Thank you, Colorado Springs. I won't forget this night.
Well, Angelina, we do have one more competition to go. Monster Jam Freestyle. So what can we expect from you and your Megalodon Monster Jam truck as you get ready to put it down for those final 8 points?
Man, I am so pumped up. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Like I said, this pod is a little bit different to what I'm used to. But you know what? With the challenge, I know that brings a lot of unexpected things. So, Colorado Springs, one question. Are you guys ready for freestyle?
That's what makes these competitions so fun. You know, it holds on all the way to the last competitor. Angelina Knock, Megalodon getting that competition victory. The last competitor taken away from Zach Garner, Wildside. But if you take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard, he's currently at top with 23 points. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco is only 4 points behind with 19. And Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is 7 points behind at 16 points. Those are your top three as you get ready for the pinnacle of the sport. Coming up next, it's Monster Jam Freestyle. Just a reminder, they must complete the first 15 seconds of their run to qualify for a score. And if you haven't been scoring tonight, now is the time to do so. Please help us crown our overall event champion. It is up to you. We're counting on you at judgeszone.com. All right, Colorado Springs, it is time to play Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. We have 3 helmets we're putting on that board, and we're going to put a trophy underneath one of them. We're going to shuffle them all up, and you're going to tell me which one you think it is. So go ahead and take a look at the big board. It's Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. So here you go. You have it in the center. Let's go ahead and move those helmets down and shuffle them around. Every day I'm shuffling. Which one will it be? Keep your eyes on the prize. Okay. Is it 1, 2, or 3. If you think it's number 1, let me hear you. If you think that it's helmet number 2, let me hear you make some noise. Or if you think it's number 3, let me hear you make some noise. A lot of 3s. So let's go ahead and find out. Let's take a look. Which one will it be? It is not helmet 1. It is down to 2 or 3. I heard a lot of 3s. I heard a lot of 3s. I heard a lot of 3s. And you guys are right. Congratulations. You guys are going home some winners. There it is, the Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. Colorado Springs, you guys have been so much fun. Make sure that you are staying tuned. Get back to your seats. The pinnacle of the sports coming up next. Monster Jam Freestyle.
Now it's time to have all of you fans help us get freestyle started. So I need everyone here in the arena to take out your cell phones and light them up. So let me see everyone here at the arena light up your cell phones. Let me see it, everybody. Let me see those cell phones. All right, guys. Now follow my lead and stay with the beat. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. It is time for the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Let's hear it for Mark Hall, Reminator. Scoring is officially open for the freestyle competition. And fans, this is your final competition where you can get those scores in. And what a way to kick it off. There he is, Mark Hall, out of his Monster Jam truck. He needs all of you fans to get his score locked in.
Even get the Mark Hall appearance out there, man. You'd love it. Love that freestyle run, just kicking up dirt, absolutely destroying the pod out there, throwing dirt everywhere. You love to see it. The score for Mark Hall, Raminator, is a 5.867, kicking us off in Monster Jam Freestyle. He's been having himself a strong night tonight. Joe Dennis, Dragon. I said earlier, Joe Dennis joined us here later in the series, so he's still getting his feet underneath him on Arena Championship Series. He's filling in for Cody Saucier, who's currently driving Max D in stadiums. So let's see what Joe Dennis is able to do for us out there in Dragon.
Let's see those dragon wings for Joe Dennis. Dragon. Fans, it's time to head on over now to judgeszone.com. We need you to give us a score for Joe Dennis and Dragon in the freestyle competition. So make sure you move that BKT tire to the score you feel Dragon has earned.
Joe Dennis doing a great job here in Arena Championship Series East. Everything's new to him. This is also the most confined arena that he's competed in throughout all of his series and all of his competitions so far. So he's learning a lot out there. Is it enough to take that top spot? The score for Dragon is... You got a new leader, 5.960. Dragon. This man has been tearing up the track in every single competition, and here's the one where he can really let it fly. Chad Tingler, overboard. Chad Tingler, your third competitor in the competition. He's had himself plenty of great runs tonight. See if he has another one in him. Here he goes, getting ready to fire up, and we are off at Monster Jam Freestyle. 32 seconds pause on the clock. He still has a chance to refire. He does. He's ready to go. Together for Chad Tingler, overboard. Time to get those scores in at judgeszone.com. And remember, fans, it's going to come down to you, our fans. There is Chad Tingler out of his Monster Jam truck now. He needs you all to get that score locked in. Chad Tingler, is he going to make an appearance out of his truck as well, just like Mark Hall? So much fun to watch, man. He's been competing since 2000, been all over the world, competing in Monster Jam. And the score for Chad Tingler, overboard, is... your new leader, 8.167, overboard. Fans, I'm currently in the stands with Monster Jam fan Melissa. Melissa, talk to us a little bit. How are you doing so far tonight?
I am loving it, supporting Megalodon, of course.
I can see that. First, can we get a look at this shirt? How awesome is this shirt? Turn around for the fans. You can see Megalodon right there in the back. I absolutely love it, but you've been so awesome showing your support. I see you on judgeszone.com. You're going to play a game with us called Finish the Lyric. So we're going to put up lyrics on the video board, and it's actually going to be a Backstreet Boys song. It's going to be I Want It That Way, and your job is to sing along and to finish the lyric. You think you could do it?
I'll try my hardest.
Colorado Springs, we need your help as well as Melissa tries to finish the lyric.
That way. I want it that way.
There you go, Melissa. What an awesome job. And you know what? For being such a great sport, my friend David here has for you, this is a Megalodon hat, but not just any Megalodon hat. It is signed by Angelina Knock, the driver of Megalodon. That is for you. Fans, let's give it up one more time for Melissa.
Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. "60 seconds paused on the clock. Rams Raminator back. She is able to refire, giving her run going. 60 seconds on it. Let's keep it going. Gravedigger. Eight seconds on the clock. Is she going to be able to pull this off? They haven't paused. She has to get it in.
Keep those cheers going for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. There she is out of the truck. Needed that freestyle, but fans, you cannot delay. We need that score in at judgeszone.com. About 10 seconds remaining. Get that score in now.
I was nervous for her. I was so nervous. I wasn't sure she was going to be able to get that Morgan & Morgan backflip lined up. 10 seconds on the clock. They paused it because her engine shut off, giving her time to complete it. So her engine shutting off actually saved her in that situation. She was able to line it up, but that was a close one. The score to beat is 8.167. And the score for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is... Put her at the top! 9.799. She's the girl to beat, and she's your leader in this competition, Gravedigger.
As you can see, the battle for the championship is heating up as Kristen Anderson Gravedigger put down a freestyle to try and make up those points to win her second championship for a series title. And she's trying to get that berth to World Finals 23, which is taking place in Los Angeles. And you can take a look at that video board. This is what our main event qualifiers will compete in. This is what the racing track is going to look like, and it is so unique. It's an S-shaped format, which is so different and so unique to Monster Jam, the first of its kind, and it's always for Monster Jam to think of new and innovative ways to make that racing championship not only an exciting competition, but worthy enough for a champion. And already we have champions that have earned their place at World Finals 23, the first being the brother of Kristen Anderson, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, taking home another championship for Stadium Championship Series West. He earns his first berth to World Finals 23. He's the first driver to earn that berth. Also joining him is Blake Granger, Max D, who actually is the series champion for our international series. He is a first-time competitor at World Finals, so you will see him there, and so many more. But who will go from Arena Series Championship East? We will find out by the end of the weekend.
From Monster Jam technician to Monster Jam athlete, Kurt Kramer, Rammunition.
Fans, it's time to head on over now to judgeszone.com. We need your scores in now. Don't forget that code is COL. Remember, fans, it'll be up to you to decide who will get the final 8 points of the night. So don't delay. Get your scores in now.
I had the pleasure of working with Kurt Kramer, Rammunition on an Arena Championship Series West last year, and now Arena Championship Series East this year. One of the nicest guys in the sport, but also one of the most improved as well. You just see him using the entirety of the track and just pulling out all stops, seem to get more and more comfortable behind Rammunition. The score for Rammunition on the board of 5.822. Give a big round of applause for Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Let me see what you got, Colorado Springs. One more time. Put those fins together. I want to see everybody pull off that shark attack, because she's coming out one more time. Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Put those fins together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Time to head on over now to JudgesZone.com, fans. It is now up to you. There's Angelina Knock out of her Monster Jam truck, showing off those Megalodon arms, but she also needs you to head on over now to JudgesZone.com.
Angelina Knock with one competition victory today in the Sky Wheelie competition. As she said, she was dubbed Queen of Sky Wheelies by Tom Mintz and Cameron Murphy of Bakugan Dragonoid. $5.392 is the score for Angelina Knock. Megalodon. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, still remains your leader with a 9.799. He has 2 competition victories on today. Can he get one more? Zach Gardner, Wild Side. He starts to run and then immediately shuts off. He starts it up again. He's back on it. Wild Side.
Your scores in now for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. JudgesZone.com is open and there's not much time. There is Zach Gardner out of his truck. He needs all of you now to turn to your phones and get his score locked in now.
The young man has had himself a night. That's also smart driving from him as well. You know, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, does hold the lead with the backflip. The Morgan & Morgan backflip she pulled off with a 9.799. He's been first twice and came in second in her last competition. He just needs to be consistent and place on the top of this board to get this overall event victory. The score to beat is a 9.799. And the score for Wild Side is 8.682, puts him in second place in this competition. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, remains your leader. Currently overall in the points standings, trying to get his first series championship in his career. And it starts this weekend. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando Castro fires up, needs a solid run here to get up this leaderboard. And he's off.
Let's see those bullhorns for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com, and fans, this is the final opportunity tonight to put in your scores in, not only for the freestyle competition, but for the whole event. It's going to come down to this, and you decide who walks away with the final 8 points.
Making his appearance one more time, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. The score to beat is a 9.799. And the score for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco is 8.540, which means that your winner in Monster Jam Freestyle is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She gets the freestyle victory, but will it be enough? Let's find out. Your BKT overall event champion with 8 in JCB Racing, 7 in the Sky Wheelie competition, 8 in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, and 7 in freestyle with an overall event total of 30 is Zach Garner, Wild Side. Give this man a round of applause. He put on an event tonight. A plethora of moves in his arsenal, pulls them all off flawlessly. Second generation driver making that name for himself. One of the best young drivers in the sport today. And he walks away with an overall event champion. Gonna hand him the trophy, hand him the microphone, and talk to him one more time. Zach Garner, Wild Side.
Zach, what a deserved victory by you, completely dominant. Talk us through this entire competition for you. What does it mean to you to be able to walk away as tonight's overall event champion?
You know, coming into this event, picking up those first 8 overall points in JCB Racing felt absolutely amazing. After that, I knew I had to kind of step my game up, because if not, those 2 top-tier championship competitors were going to be coming after me. I knew I had to come out here and put it all on the line. But Colorado Springs, this is my first time here. What do you guys think of Monster Jam?
Well, we're going to bring up to the pod Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, your freestyle winner. And Kristen, I got to tell you, what a freestyle performance. You put it all out there on the track. talk us through when you were lining up for that Morgan & Morgan backflip. I knew it in your eyes. You had to hit that backflip. So talk us through that freestyle.
Yeah, Kim, you know, it's tough out here competing on these tracks. It's a little tight out here, but we have to make do with what we got. We brought our Morgan & Morgan backflip. I knew that I wanted to be the one to do the very first ever backflip in Colorado Springs, and I nailed it. That backflip was for all the Gravedigger fans, and especially for all the little girls and all the ladies that are sitting in the stands tonight. Thank y'all for coming out. We love you, Colorado Springs. We got a few more this weekend. If not, come back and see us next year. We love you.
Congratulations to Zach Gardner Wildside with that victory. He's making it interesting out here as we're going to be crowning ourselves a champion, a series champion, and someone who's going to be earning their automatic bid to Monster Jam World Finals in Los Angeles, California. Had ourselves such a great event, and you guys were fantastic here in Colorado Springs, kicking off the weekend. We ask that you please be safe on your way home, and we hope to see you next time. We still have 3 more events happening out here this week, and so feel free to come on back. On your way out, make sure that you stop by the merch stands, pick up the latest Spin Master, and we'll love to see you again soon. For myself, I am Ray Villarreal. That was Kim Cantoni, and that was Monster Jam. We'll see you next time, y'all.